Hey guys, I just thought I would quickly do a quick intro before I put all of my training videos in. Training this week was a big vibe and I will explain it later in the video, but here is just a little compilation of what we worked through on Sunday with Michael.
So what I will say is, what are we focusing on? Aggressive cleans, when it's light, when it's heavier, everyone is really hard, so warm up with really aggressive cleans.
Okay.
That's what light is held with. So won't go overhead unless you're aggressive with the hips. Down slow. We'll grab 6 splits.
Yeah, I think
So
we're going to split it.
in your warm up.
Yep. Sweet.
I grab the mic.
Yeah.
Way too high.
So you want me under?
No, can't roll from here. You've got no. If I ask you to throw something overhead, what would you do? One arms.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
So it's like that hard like this. You've got no flip. You've got no torque. Got no torque.
Okay.
A long wrench. Easy if I was trying to loosen this with a wrench. And with a wrench you're pushing and then pushing it like that. Compared to the force that I can do really far away from something.
Okay.
So it might be, unless you can lower the belt to here, it might be sitting on the belt.
It's
It's like, got it.
alright.
I guess I'm more interested in seeing how it goes. Score. Trying to think of like a ball. Like that. Push the legs, accidental conversation. It's not on the legs. I don't know why. You're trying to push it to the ground. Now try to squeeze the breath and you just feel that focus. That focus is hard there. Find that in. Wrap around from the top. Down. 3. Steady at the top now. Let's go. Right, step straight up. Down there. Let's go. Down. 4. Right. Choice. Once you're down, you're up. Down. One more. Down. Yeah. Well done. Alright, things we're going to change. None of this. No big belly breaths, just loose. If you're breathing, it's just a whatever makes you helps. Take a second up here. Once you
too much practice with it, apart from not face planting, would be the only thing. Speedy like Katie, that's my mindset. I'm hopeless.
Now it is.
Now my hands are all like...
Well, I think if you just mimic it, people will get the idea. There's not a lot to it.
I just did this for 5 minutes. I held on.
Give us
Just
a
so you
arena.
know, it went like this, but for 5 minutes straight. So be scared. Stronger than I look.
Good morning, guys. It is Monday today. So I trained yesterday with Michael and just thought I would come on and explain a bit of the week and my thoughts and my training split and my diet and all of that stuff. So I'll start with my diet. I'll start by saying, please do your own research and don't just see someone doing something and think, oh, I'm going to do that too. Do your own research. My diet used to be very Macca's for breakfast, KFC for lunch, Macca's for dinner, or Betty's Burgers for dinner, or this takeaway, or this oven meal. It was just a lot of chicken tenders, chips, microwave veggies, lots of Macca's for breakfast every morning, Macca's for lunch most days, or some other takeaway, or Chinese, or this or that. Takeaway heaven. I barely ever cooked, right? Barely ever cooked. And so I found it very hard for years to ever eat healthy meals, right? I knew my snacks weren't healthy and I would overindulge in a lot of my snacks, and with my takeaway as well, I would find myself overindulging in it. And it was a way of making myself feel slightly better, getting that hit of chemicals that my body needed. And then also that's what I felt like I deserved. I felt like I deserved to overindulge in takeaway food, snacks, chips, all of the things to a ridiculous point. And it was fine until my metabolism started slowing down as I reached the end of puberty, and then it wasn't fine anymore. So, well, it was actually never fine. Anyway, this is the first time I have ever successfully to stay on I haven't really dieted at all this year, but stay on a more sustainable path with food. The only thing I changed really was trying to minimize seed oils. Now I know seed oils in themselves it's a controversial topic at the moment. Some people believe one thing, other people believe the other, whatever. I'm not here to discuss. Do your own research on it, find your own perspective. I'm not here to debate. What I am here to say is, for me, that was the only way I have been able to change my mindset around food without restricting myself of things that I want, right? So it helped me cut out a lot of processed foods. So it's about balance and it's not about restriction. If I was to restrict myself or fully ban, I've done it before. Oh, I'm banning Macca's for 6 months, lasted a day. Like, that's not how to do it. The way to do it is shift your mindset. And sometimes that is learning stuff about your food that you don't want to learn. You know, it's easier to not know about these things and then just like grab whatever, not look at an ingredients list. But for me, someone who was trying to make lifelong changes, cutting out and reducing seed oils allowed me to be consistent. And I think the results speak for themselves. So training this week. All right, I have had a very kind of mental roller coaster type week. I'm going through a lot of stuff that I'm not at the point where I can speak about, but found that I am carrying a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of my old kind of negative thoughts and negative self-talk. A lot of it is that I, like, in my head, all I want to do is lie in bed and kind of give in to the depression and anxiety like I would have when I was 16. However, I know that that is not going to fix anything. The way to move forward is to continue pouring into myself, and that's really hard when you don't feel like you deserve that. We'll get to the other side of it very, very soon. But training this week has been a vibe. So it has been one of the things that has really been able to keep me going and keep me happy and excited for things. So I trained on Tuesday. I did my first upper session at training day. That was great. I don't think I filmed anything on that day. On Wednesday, I did a lower session. So that's my deadlifts and legs at training day as well. So I originally had my deadlifts on a strongman day. However, I found that it was too much to do on one day. So I've moved it now. So I deadlift on the same day as I do legs at training day, because I can deadlift and kind of, keep my strongman days for the only strongman events that I have to do at beast mode. So that was Wednesday, and then I coached a class with Ainsley, and then I did my second upper session for the week, and I add Axel in there as well. They did have 17.5 kilo dumbbell that I used for monster dumbbell, just because I wanted to get used to doing the Axel and dumbbell at the same kind of time for KSS in 2 weeks. So that was kind of the idea behind that. You don't always need to use the full monster dumbbell implement, but it's always good to do because it feels different, definitely. I got a 40 kilo axle overhead for the first time. I hate doing belt cleans because I keep, well, not belt cleans, but above the belt clean, whatever it's called. I keep getting cut up, and it's so funny because in strongman you get cuts and, scrapes and grazes, and I am the biggest wuss when it comes to that stuff. So if I can avoid a little scratch on my stomach by doing a janky clean, I'm going to do that, and that is not always a good thing. So I think I'm going to need to get over myself because the clean was and looking at it should not have gone up, and even with the press, like, what am I doing with my life? But we got there, it got up, and that's all I needed. That's all I needed was just to know I could do it. I could lift it overhead. Sunday, I had a mess around morning with my car. I have a rental car at the moment, and I had to change it over for certain reasons, and it was ages away, and they made me wait for ages, and all this. It was a kerfuffle in the morning, and it wasn't the way I wanted to start my day. So I kind of went into training already in my head, and that was a bit worrying to me because that was the second last weekend training before KSS. So I really needed to get the most out of this training. My idea was to get a 40 kilo log overhead because I have to do 40 kilos at both comps. I just missed it, as you would have just seen. So I didn't quite get the 40 kilo log. But the rest of the training was really, really good. Anyway, it was a really good session. Once I got out of my head, we were able to get some good farmers in, some good sandbag in, and try to do some grip as well. And that was really great. So that's kind of where everything's at the moment. It's been a vibe this week. I finished my Cert 3 in fitness this week as well, which was amazing to get done and get qualified in. So it's just been a whirlwind of up and downs this week. But as always, super grateful for where we're at and what we've been able to achieve. I bought my Naturally Aspirated ticket this week. That was something that is awesome because when I started this last week, I didn't have a ticket to the comp. I'm officially registered now. I'm officially in. I'm officially doing it. Non-refundable. Let's freaking go. And I'm so excited. I've been talking to one of the event organizers, and it looks like it's going to be a freaking beast of a comp. So I am so excited to be a part of it and to throw my name in the hat and just be around it. So excited. So that's where we're at now. And you've probably heard enough of me talking, at least this time the editing hopefully will be a lot nicer for you guys instead of the choppiness that was last week. And as I said, this is all a work in progress for us and really excited to get into it, that's for sure. Have a good week.